Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Jan and Nedum, Stevie with me. Do you want to ask Jan your question that you were intrigued about before?
No, I was asking. Well, I said to you earlier, Jan, did you have a nickname when you were in England?
Well, I was flower pop or something. I got. Yeah, something like that. I got a in my name. I got a O in my name, so I was called everything, Stevie. Everything.
Oh, wow. Well, may as well ask that. I don't name him. Did you have a nickname?
Happy.
Yeah, I was called Chief. That started when I was in the academy at City, and then it followed me throughout my career, yeah.
That sounds like something you gave yourself.
I was called a superstar, by the way. And it followed me all my career.
Yeah, I was Dan the Man, right?
Dan the Sultan.
Are they still awake? Did you have any long blinks during the game, Jan?
No, I was actually sitting there thinking of everybody will say it was a boring and dull game. I did, but it was interesting tactically.
No, it wasn't. No, boo.
It was.
Boo, yeah, no one cares about your tactics or interest.
I would conclude and say I was awake to have a look at the tactical stuff.
Yeah, Nedum, as a former defender, do you appreciate these sort of games more than just say someone like me would?
Yeah, I would say so. And I think it's more so to do with the way that both teams were so well drilled. Obviously, the attacking side of things wasn't there today, but collectively, the way they defended, even from the City standpoint, every time like Arsenal were attacking, there were 2 and 3 bodies flying towards them to try and limit them. So tactically, it's the third good game that those have had. But in reality, it's the third game that will be forgotten about in the history of this season.
That's that. What's the dullest game of football you've ever seen in your life?
Today,
because that's the only one we can remember. You forget them all very quickly, don't you?
Yeah.
I've got one down.
Oh, was that? Sorry, was that the dullest game of football?
You ready, Dan?
What was the dullest game? Go on, Nedum.
No, Dan. Right, so the dullest game of football happened between QPR and Reading. It was at the Majeski Stadium in 2015, I think it was. And whoever won the game would stay up in the Premier League for another week. So if you lost, you were down, you were relegated. But also, if you drew, you were relegated. So that game, Dan, towards the end of the season, to try and stay alive, finished 0-0. Oh. That was the worst game the Premier League has arguably ever seen.
Wow.
I'll tell you one of the worst games.
Go on.
The MLS Cup final in 2001.
Were you manager then?
Aye.
Oh. Was that the first, second, third or fourth one you lost?
First one. It was at Gillette Stadium.
Right.
And it was in October. And the conditions are the worst for playing football. There was a horrible wind.
Okay.
Which every footballer will tell you. They'll take everything. Snow, rain, whatever.
Yeah.
We hate wind. But on top of the wind, the field was rock hard. And it was the ball was bobbling around.
Oh.
It was horrendous.
And what happened in the game?
Nothing.
Oh.
We lost an extra time on a golden goal.
Right.
And that was pretty much the only chance in the game. Honestly.
2002, Carlos
Let me tell you, you won't
Ruiz,
see it on reruns on ESPN. Put it up.
No, that's true. Well, yeah, because we put a lot of old MLS games out. Here we go. Forget NFL. Let's go back to that. To Stevie, if Arsenal and City face each other in the Champions League semi-finals, can you go the full first leg match without sleeping?
Tactically.
Oh, yeah, tactically, with masterclass.
You wouldn't want to watch that again. I mean,
No.
we're talking sensibly about how well Arsenal defended, which they did. And I guess at some stage you have to say, well, it's up to Man City to break them down. But the truth is, you don't want to ever see that again. No, thanks.
No, thank you.
But it will be different. It will be different, though, in the semi-final of the Champions League. Because this was a lot of speculations about a title, how many games to go, important that the opposition didn't get 3 points, and so on and so on. It will be different in the Champions League final.
But why would Arsenal go to City and not do anything that they didn't do this time round, if they can then take them back to the Emirates?
Because they have, well, one of the games. They have to play 2 games, so Stevie will have 2 games sleeping in. But I think that will be different in the Champions League. Absolutely.
Stevie, do you think Real Madrid has a better shot against Manchester City after today's performance? Not particularly from Real Madrid, it was a comfortable 2-0 win, but I suppose from City's perspective.
Listen, I think when you're playing against the side that you know on the day are just lights out, but when you know they've got some injury problems, you know that they're not quite creating and scoring as many goals as they have done. When you're getting some players back, you've got Militao back now, mate. You should have Rudiger and Militao as your centre backs. That helps you. So you look at the positive side, but the bottom line is City is still the favourites to win the game. But you definitely are a little pleased that they've got some struggles.
Nedum, this is a great question. If City doesn't win the Premier League, who would you rather, Liverpool or Arsenal?
What a stupidly toxic question that is, Dan. Look at me trying to get cancelled out here on this.
I'm only reading what's on my page.
Look at his shoulders on you. Get your shoulders out.
Who do I want? Do you know what, Dan? I'll be honest. I've got more friends who are Arsenal fans, and I think the fact they've waited 20 years, that's probably going to mean more to the people in my orbit. So I would lean that way. But, you know, I love Jurgen Klopp, so it's the second best if they do it.
Yeah, but Nedum, don't you want your friends to suffer? That's the fun bit, isn't it?
You want to be able to go,
No. Listen, I said it's been 20 years since Arsenal won a league title. There's been enough of that. Don't worry about it. I've had plenty of time to do just that.
Double down. Get double down. It's one of them, isn't it? Yeah. Let's hope it's 25 years. In 5 years' time.
What Santa does when it's not Christmas.
I got so many friends, Liverpool friends, that I think I would go the other way. That I would hope that Arsenal win, but I would say because of Martin Ødegaard, Norwegian captain, to lift the trophy. I love Klopp as well, you know, but I will see a Norwegian lifting the trophy. That would be fantastic.
You didn't even ask him. This was for Nedum, wasn't it?
Well, it's all right. Janssen
wants to get Ødegaard in.
Ødegaard, yeah. Well, we've always known he's preferred Ødegaard to Haaland.
Yeah.
Simple.
Flower pot man wants to get all his pals in.
Haaland who? Stevie, do you reckon Liverpool can get away with dropping more points?
Of course.
The glasses.
Yeah, I mean, I think mathematically they can because of the goal difference, right?
Do you want to start going down that road?
Well, no, they can't because if they draw, Arsenal's got more goals than them, so Arsenal would win.
Yes.
So the answer would have to be no.
No, got to win every game. But obviously that's assuming, but then you've got to remember that Arsenal and City have got harder running.
The thing is, if you're Liverpool, you have to assume they're going to win all the games.
Okay.
That's the mindset.
Right.
Not, well, we could drop a couple because you know they'll drop the couple. Yeah, they won't be thinking that way. They'll be thinking, right, bottom line is we win the games, one after the other, we move to the next one, and that's it. That's how the mindset is.
What are you laughing at, Jan?
I'm just thinking there is a reason why not many footballers won the Nobel Prize. Let's put it that way. When we're doing the mathematics that we're doing.
we talked about Nedum being the only one with any sort of mathematical qualifications on the panel when we asked him to do percentages. Shaka has messaged me to say he got a B in accounting when he was 16. So we just apologies to Shaka for
but he's a goalkeeper. He's a goalkeeper.
I'm surprised Shaka's awake at this time of day. It's normally nap time. Meanwhile, Jan, do you think Leverkusen can go unbeaten this season? And if so, how do you rank this achievement?
Wow, yeah, they could be the Invincibles. I watched the game on Saturday. I mean, we have seen that before. Andrich of all goal scorers, and then Patrick Schick loves to score a late winner. I think it's 39 games now. And we are showing at ESPN they're playing Düsseldorf, second league, in the semi-final of the cup. Then they're meeting the winner of Saarbrücken, Kaiserslautern. So that is 2 more games, 1 more title. Then they're playing in the Europa League. They can do it there. But no, I don't think that. I think they will lose the game. I think that thing they did against Saturday against Hoffenheim, I think someday that will dry up. They can't keep on doing that for a whole season, can they? Scoring injury goals and winners all the time.
Has anyone... Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot. Has anyone done it before in Germany?
God, now you put me on the spot.
Yeah,
I don't think they've gone through all... No invincibles in German football, I think.
Wow.
But you put me on the spot there.
Yes, I did put you on the spot. I also apologise for it. So therefore, everyone who writes you... Jan, I thought of you because I saw a clip of somebody saying that Xabi Alonso bottled it by not going to Liverpool or Bayern Munich, which for some reason you came straight into my mind.
Yeah, because funny enough, it was an old English moderator who said that, Richard Keys. So I texted him and he said he was going to Liverpool. I texted Richard and said, no, he's not. This is 3 days before the decision. And he said, let's see which one has the best source. And I said, yeah, let's do that. So let's put it this way. On Friday, I'm sending another message.
Oh, there we go. Jan, you pick a lot of fights with people for such a nice guy.
I love fights with good friends. I love good fights with good friends.
Well, maybe you need to... Anyway, right. Final question is for Nedum. What's your prediction on who's coming up to the Premier League? It's getting very tight in the race for promotion. Of course, you can see those games live on ESPN Plus tomorrow. Leicester are cruising, but they have just gone off the boil at completely the wrong end of the season. They currently sit third, 2 points adrift of Ipswich, Leeds sitting in second.
I'm going to go for Leicester City and Ipswich. I think Leicester can sort of stop the really bad run that they're on at this moment in time and just about get over the line. And I think Ipswich themselves, I think they're just going to be hanging on in there. And what a throwback it'll be to see them in the Premier League as well. But listen, because I'm talking about predictions, I'm nailed on going to be wrong anyway. So take that with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, it's incredible the fact that you had Leicester at the top for so long, Jan. Yet this is the Championship, isn't it?
But some seasons ago, they said that Tottenham Hotspurs is the only club that can be third in a two-horse race. And I think Leicester will be the same this season because you thought they will run away with it and be in Premier League at Christmas. And now they could end up out without that. I will go Leicester and Leeds.
Jan, I've got a message here saying you were right. Bayern had one loss in 1987 and 2013. No one has gone unbeaten in the Bundesliga season. Congratulations.
Save my name, yeah!
Yeah, there you go. Unlike that time you said Salah was going to Saudi Arabia. Remember that, eh? That's it. That brings us to the end of today's show. ESPN FC will be back tomorrow for more reflections on what we saw this weekend. Be sure to join us.